Hey guys, this episode is going to look at our energy consumption and usage habits, mostly electricity obviously. It's really important to control our consumption of energy because it's really easy to go overboard in this privileged Western society we're really lucky to be living in. Road transport is the highest consumer of energy. It's more than 2 times more than the next consumer, which is mining and residential coming close behind that. Alright, so starting in the bedroom, unplug your chargers once you finish using them because they do actually still use energy afterwards. Just put your ear up to it, you probably will hear it depending on your charger. Limit your usage of aircon or bump up the degrees a few. Don't try and crank it all the way down to 16 or whatever. Chuck it at like 24, 26, whatever. I don't even use aircon. I just use a pedestal fan or a roof fan if you're luxurious enough to have one of those. Turn off the light when you leave the room. Another tip is, if this is available to you, sleep on the roof. It's something I do in summer. Winter it's way too cold. But yeah, sleep on the roof. It's like natural air conditioning because breeze and stuff, it's cool. Another one is, if you're going to leave your computer and you happen to have a laptop, or even if you do have a monitor, turn it off when you walk out of the room to grab a drink of water or anything. All energy saving helps. I actually charge my phone battery between 38% and 82%. I learned about that while I was studying electrical engineering at uni. It's quicker to get to the next charge kind of thing, but overall, like years of life kind of thing, it'll be a lot better for your battery. Another one I suggest is to not charge your phone overnight for very similar reasons. If you have a removable battery, I only recommend this for laptops. Phones, I wouldn't suggest doing it. What I do with my laptop is I do the same 38% to 82%, but I remove my battery whenever I'm using my laptop at home. That way I'm not constantly cycling up and down the usages basically, and that way I can keep my battery for longer, and yeah. And a most important tip of all, this applies all areas of the house, not just the bedroom and the office and everything else, is make sure your appliances are turned off when you're not using them. TVs in particular, they're a big waste. Microwaves, little screen there, uses power, every little bit helps. That kind of stuff, yeah. So my tips for the laundry and bathroom area are to try and minimize how much you actually use the washing machine. I wash my own clothes, except for things like towels and bedding and stuff. I always do a load like once a month or something for those things. It's actually really not that hard to wash your clothes. Or maybe I'm not doing it right, I don't know, but they don't smell, so. Same with the dryer. The dryer is really easy. You don't actually have to put effort into scrubbing clothes or anything. Try to skip the dryer unless it's raining, then it would be pointless putting it out in the rain. Yeah, we all understand what a dryer is, I don't have to explain anything more about that. The shower. Alright, so this is only for the hardcore among us. If you're up to the challenge, I've now been 13 months without a hot shower, except for on one occasion where I came off my skateboard and I didn't want to go to the hospital, so I kind of sanitized my rooms in hot water. That was fun. Yeah, so I recommend having a cold shower because they're cool, literally. So we're in the kitchen now. Some energy usage tips for in the kitchen would be not standing with the fridge door open for so long while you're deciding what to get, just in and out as quick as you can, because a lot of coolness is lost, or a lot of heat goes in technically, if you study thermodynamics. Yes, okay, so when you're boiling a kettle, our resident art student suggested this to me because I don't boil kettles myself. Don't fill up the whole kettle, don't even fill it up halfway if you're only making 1 cup of whatever, because it actually takes a lot of energy to heat up water. There's cool tests you can do, experiments with like pools and stuff on a hot summer's day, but yeah. Anyway, so when you're boiling or simmering or anything, whatever you're doing, always put a lid on top because that keeps in the energy and that requires the hot plate to use less energy to keep reheating your fry pan for you, or saucepan or whatever it is. They're all the things I can think of in the kitchen. Yeah, that's all I can think of. Alright, so these are just a few tips. I didn't go into huge detail. I might make an episode about each room later on. This is just like an overview of each room. So I'm hoping that these tips, you can maybe think about them when you do them. Think of my pretty face, it'll be all good. But yeah, just have a go, see what it's like. It's kind of like a domino effect, just do small things here and there and then you'll improve more and more and more from there. So yeah, have fun. Is integral. That's a good word. I'm gonna use integral. What's my hair look like?
Yes.
Don't care.
I wouldn't know.
Oh, you're actually filming.
Do it?
No.
Come on. Just have one shot.
PowerPoint.